yeah, I suppose I could always just give the remnants away on my stream at later days.
That's true.
Wait, did you guys... I think the only way to get every single thing done that you guys planned is probably for a 36-hour stream, if not more. It's people want downtime, you know? You can't get off the couch from playing for 3 hours and move right over to a table and start doing something else. Like, people want to eat and relax and, you know, wander around a bit, stretch their legs. It's, be a lot. Loki, thank you for posting the raceagainst.time.io URL there in chat, and I appreciate the caster call. Although certainly nothing about today is about any one of us as individuals, or you know, even any group comprising of any combination of one, all, some. It's about the cause. We're here to raise money for Alzheimer's Society of Canada. Great cause to support. Backbone into it. Ending 5.
Yep. About to find out.
Ending 5 is good night.
Oh, is this one with the stupid things?
The
animals?
This ending is a frog, a Kilwalla, and a New goofing off, playing tricks on one another while the credits roll.
Oh, this is one of the most boring.
So, we have a little more than 2 hours left. Try and get ending 6, the Legendary Hero.
Okay.
Use the right telepod or bucket after Legendary Hero in 600, but before acquiring the hero's badge from Tata. Use a save point.
That's a very small window.
There's another one after that, but before Magus, and there's another one after Magus.
It just keeps rolling along.
Man.
So if you take it from top to bottom, you can just keep using save points and it rolls along.
Yeah.
Hypothetically.
Yeah. So.
I mean, if we were gonna literally try and start everyone from plus, like from, you know,
From the beginning.
this would be a longer stream.
Yeah.
We'd be here for a while. So let's be realistic and see how much we can get out of this.
Man, these achievements get more straightforward.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is all like mini bosses and stuff all the way along.
Yeah.
And then yeah, it's like our first major defeats. The first time going through Lavos, which obviously we weren't classed for it, and now it's tightening up again, but that makes sense to me. I see no reason why it shouldn't have progressed relatively like that.
Yeah.
Shameless promotion. I appreciate you shamelessly promoting our channel, Loki. Yes, there's a CTT link. Also appreciate it. And a donate link. So for anybody who happens to be lurking around, we are coming to close on the 22nd hour of our 24-hour stream. I've said it before, I'll say it again. We are here to play 24 hours of our favorite SNES RPG, Chrono Trigger. We are trying to get all 14 endings as we have tried to do in previous years. It always feels like it's just out of reach.
Majority of that is like beating Lavos takes forever.
Oh yes. But the important thing is we are doing this, as I said before, to raise money for Alzheimer's Society of Canada, support a great charity, a very important cause. I think you'd be hard pressed to find somebody in your life or around you who isn't in some way, shape, or form affected by this. We have people here in this group who themselves have dealt with it in the family. I know I have family who have dealt with it in terms of friends and things, programs like palliative care. So I've heard some, you know, I personally can say I've heard some pretty vivid stories about how it affects people. And it is as a term, Alzheimer's is a very broad-ranging umbrella term that covers a lot of different forms of dementia and, you know, basically the breakdown of the structure of the brain. So some it's some very hard stuff to deal with. It tears families apart. It breaks people. It's not about, as T had said earlier, it's not about physical pain. It's about the pain of the individual as their identity virtually slips away. It's of the pain of the family around that individual, having to watch that happen, having to watch that person disappear. It's heartbreaking. So if you want to learn more about it, I encourage you to go to alzheimersociety.ca/en. That's their Canadian English page, and from there you can find all sorts of resources about who the charity is, what they do, the services they provide. Like an important one is always how your money is used. I highly encourage everybody, when you are looking into doing charitable donating, you should absolutely always make sure you look into the organizations you're donating to first. And we can all here vouch for the fact that Alzheimer's Society is a top-notch charity that does their work well. So you can find a donation link below on this player page, a nice big yellow button that says donate. You can go to raceagainsttime.io, where you can find our schedule, list of all the things that we've been doing today. You can find a mirror of the stream and, of course, another donate link, plus all of our achievements all stacked up there and laid out all pretty, just like we have in this layout here, courtesy of Nick T. Very beautifully done. Not everybody has the ability to spare, the money to donate. So, a great way to also support the stream, go to Twitter, use that CTT link, tweet out the stream, share it with your friends, your family, your followers, share it on Facebook. However you can get the word out there. We're right about to finish this off, and we'd like to finish it off with a bang. So give and share generously where you can. All right. So we are headed for ending number 6, Legendary Hero.
All right. Still a couple things I gotta do. We gotta beat Heckran, I think. And
You did find a good save point then to start? You would have had one then, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Be Heckran, go back to the past, defeat Zombor, and then I just gotta talk to a couple people, and then we should be good to do it again.
All right, sounds good.
Alright. I don't need to be using magic on these guys, I can just jump them. I'm actually curious, Evan. Is there anything that you have learned or discovered or seen about Chrono Trigger that you had not before this stream today? That has you more interested, or something that you didn't know?
I have found classically with our 24-hour streams together, I liberty of tuning out of large chunks of gameplay.
Yeah.
And that happened even with the SNES stream that we did. So, I've made more a point this year to try and pay attention. And I've still been guilty of tuning out for some bits, but I've made more a point of trying to lock on and, see what's going on here. For a lot of the more advanced stuff that I hadn't seen before. I got my hands in the game again. I would say probably about an equal amount of time as I did last year. And that's something I definitely have to improve on. I need to put more hands-on time on the controller and actually do it. Really what it comes down to is I have to push myself to play this at least once throughout the year before we start warming up. Like, it's all well and good to say a month or 2 months out, hey, it's time for everybody to do their practice run, but I have to play it before that point. Because realistically, it takes me time, and even if I have the luxury of finishing it first and doing it again, why not?
You need to practice for the practice run.
Well, even sitting down today, it's like, and it was the same thing I had last year, where it's like I'm struggling to remember which buttons do what.
Yeah.
And that's a muscle memory that I need to have ready the day of.
I've possibly played this game more times than I've played any other game.
I would believe that. I've never finished it myself. So, but yeah, and honestly, I struggle to remember my progress at childhood, but to my recollection, particularly in recent years, I've never really gotten past the first time you go back to
5 mil? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm too. My brain is too wrapped right now. But yeah, no, I've definitely been paying attention to little things like weaknesses and strategies and. I'm not really a Starbucks guy, but I'm looking forward to breakfast.
Tall, flat white, please.
Yeah, no, I've been paying more attention to strategies and weaknesses where they apply, and I feel like there was something I noted there, and I was like, oh, I did not know that, but big revelations?
I mean, I don't know. Just like you've probably gotten to know the game a little better over like year by year, right?
Yeah, I think ultimately I'm a kinesthetic learner, so ultimately the best way for me to learn is for me to do, and not having actually done.
All right, next year you're gonna do an entire run.
Oh God!
Maybe not the first run, which is the most in depth, but like from beginning of game to an ending.
Yeah, I'll do some segments of the first run, but I do need to be responsible for one of the endings at some point.
You gotta beat Lavos.
Yeah, pretty much.
Probably.
I put a couple achievements up there, but
I will say, like, it's not always the case, because balance can get funky sometimes. But I'd say Lavos is among the most difficult battles in this game.
I mean, I was joking around through honest observation that like, you know, some of us are geared to do this better than others. Like the fact that Z has put in so many hours, and again, that is all couch time, and the majority of it is actually running the show. Because I sat down with him, and he played, and then you replaced me, and he played, and then Soph came in,
and then we
played,
did that.
and then T came in, and he played. Like he literally cycled through all of us and never handed over the controller once.
He won't give it up.
And it's again the SNES stream we did. When everybody else was sleeping, him and Soph were going late at night. They were just powering through games.
My favorite animation, my magic anime. We asked earlier what like your favorite techs are. That one. And we don't have Antipode 3 for some reason, which is troubling.
But yeah, no. As I said, it's some people are better suited to sitting here and grinding.
Yeah.
I'm not able to do it. I need to work in shifts.
Yeah.
And frankly, 2-3 hours is often too long.
We had a solid 3-hour block off the top.
Oh, yeah, you two did. Oh yeah, you guys really kicked it off.
Yeah. I feel like I'm not as helpful with a lot of the technical aspects, so I figure I can.
I suspect a more structured schedule would be in order next year.
I would say less structured schedule.
Oh, with everything else.
Yeah, but in terms of couch time.
The couch time, I would say more rounded off to the closest boss. So it's like, let's just finish this next achievement or boss. Boom. Okay,
and then
call it. You know.
We use the achievements to kind of mark out.
The achievements would be the most logical signpost. But you know, and you can roughly estimate it. I mean, T had rough ideas of where he thought we would be at different points, and there's some pretty consistent layout here if you look at the progress bar.
Yeah.
So. 2 hours left. Hype.
Yeah. Also, I can see that nobody's used Robo. He still doesn't have most of his techs.
Yeah, Robo has been vastly neglected. We were mostly using Chrono, Ayla, and Mara.
So I wanted to use some different characters. I don't know, just like to shake it up. She doesn't even have... Oh, Luca doesn't either. Like, all the characters that are not Chrono, Ayla, and Marl have perhaps been slightly neglected.
Yes.
So they're kind of... So near the beginning of the game where you have to use some of those characters, a little hamstrung.
I mean, you need Marl. She's your best healer. Ayla can do a little bit.
That's hard to deny. Frog's not bad. He has a